Okay. Hey, peeps. Did not think this was the way I was going to break my hiatus, but I guess better now than never, right? So, I don't know how many of you all have been paying attention to social media. I know probably it's pretty good because a lot of us are taking breaks from social media and all that. You probably missed out on this crucial piece of information, but I am telling it to you right now at this moment. So, a devastating Typhoon Halong, hit western Alaska about 24 or 48 hours ago. And it has devastated a lot of communities and villages in western Alaska. And the saddest part, not enough major outlets are covering this. That's the appalling part. The storm was hitting the state yesterday, which, funnily enough, was Indigenous Peoples Day. And yet nothing was talked about until literally today. That's appalling. Because Alaska is part of the United States. Therefore, some attention you would think would hit Alaska. I come from a state, and I'm currently staying in a state where hurricane season's pretty common. We're pretty used to warnings around here about storms. When it comes to the mainland, there's constant news about it. But then when it comes to our outlying territories and states that are outside the mainland, i.e. Hawaii and Alaska, crickets. That's the appalling part. It's crickets. And it's because we could easily presume it's because it's affecting mainly Indigenous communities. If anybody's been on my Substack recently, I basically reposted a couple of posters that have covered the situation in case you want to know more information about what's going on. I feel like I'm not the best person to do that. But if you check out my Substack, thirdnerd.substack.com, or my profile under Substack, hold on, let me show you. Check out my Substack, which is like the fourth link on here. If you jump under my profile, I have reposted a couple of posts detailing what happened with Typhoon Halong. And there are a couple of Indigenous creators that have talked about the situation as well. So I highly recommend, please watch and read those articles as soon as you can. And then, once you know what's going on, here's what you can do. Go ahead, go to the bottom of this, go to my links in the description, or just copy and paste what I'm showing you on the screen right now. With the area that says Help Alaskans Recover. There are currently 3 charities as of right now that are willing to help out in Alaska, that are working in Alaska right now. The Alaska Community Foundation has just started a Western Alaskan Relief Fund, which I just directly linked in the description below. World Central Kitchen is also currently in Western Alaska, prepping meals for the survivors. And American Red Cross of Alaska, obviously the Red Cross is going to go to any disaster zone that's present, so please preemptively donate as much as you can to make sure they have the resources that they can use to get help. Because it's a really scary situation. Entire houses have been taken off their foundations and are floating down rivers and the Bering Sea. That's really disturbing. And last I checked, there's about 1,000 people unaccounted for. Which, that's really horrifying. And then if you look into Alaskan history, which one of the posts covered, because Alaska is home to many indigenous peoples. One of the big ones is the Yupik. Yupik communities have been adversely affected by this, and there is a history about this. It's because they were forced to occupy areas that are not suitable for long-term settlement. And because of the way we are treating our environment, this is the consequence. Environmentalism is not just, it's not a hippy-dippy thing. It is not just about resources and animals, although they are important as well. It is also about the massive consequences that will happen to our planet if we don't do something. Talk about the Amazon, how the burning of those trees is affecting the cleanliness of the air on our planet. The temperatures are making storms much worse than average. I mean, keep in mind, I've lived through Superstorm Sandy. It was enough to knock out campus power. That's how bad it was. I couldn't even come home to see my family. And we were in landlocked places too. Like, we were inland, pretty inland, away from the ocean. Those who lived close to the ocean, it was devastating. It was absolutely devastating. So the fact we're now having devastating typhoons hitting Alaska now, that should be a signal for us to pay attention. If anything else hasn't been a signal to pay attention, this should be. This should be a signal to pay attention. And take care of our Earth. Not just for ourselves, but for everybody coming after us. Especially for everybody coming after us. Let's be frank here. It's just unacceptable how we are ignoring the fundamental needs of people. I see myself as a global citizen, and one of the things of being a global citizen is to speak up for the well-being of others, regardless of how we feel or how we look. And this is my part. So please, to anybody who's listening, please do what you can to help Western Alaska recover. And I guess since we're here, might as well extend it further. Do not let tyranny win. Do not let conservatism, dictatorships, and especially those who endorse censorship, military control, and dehumanization. Do not let them win. Do not. Especially, do not let them win here, and do not let them win here. Okay? I wish I could say more. I want to say more. But unfortunately for me, now's not the time. But that is all I can say for now. I hope we get the message. And in the meantime, please help Alaska. Please pay attention to what Alaska's going through. It's clear that the continental media is not doing enough. So this is my contribution. So please go ahead, donate to the stuff below. I don't know how soon I'm going to be streaming, frankly. I don't really care anymore. This is what my main concern's about. Please save Alaska. And, well, again, if you want to check out what's happening, check out my Substack. I didn't do an article, but I reposted a couple of posts from people who are actually on the ground, so I'll keep you posted as much as I can. Also, I just found out that apparently today, D'Angelo passed away. Really great musical genius, so rest in peace, D'Angelo. Hard to believe he's gone. But yeah, this episode was filmed in the lands of Miccosukee, Seminole, Timucua, and Mascogo peoples. If you want to learn more about whose indigenous lands you occupy or you want to contribute to the project, please visit native-land.ca. Some regions are lacking data, so if you can contribute to those, that would be great. But yeah, thank you so much for listening. Wanted to keep it short, but yeah, please help Alaska any way you can. If it's just spreading the word on this video, or restack the stuff that I found on Substack, it's better than nothing. Just please do what you can to make sure this becomes front page. We need to help our distant neighbors as much as our next door ones. So let's do this. Anyway, take care, everybody. And of course, may your heart be your guiding key. Till next time, I'll see you later. Bye.